Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories, coming from our newest location, 1443 Banks Road. And what do we have today? Well, we have the new Toyota Tacoma with a Retrax. Now, I want to go over some really cool features, but before we get started, that is our telephone number right there. So if you have good questions, we have great answers. So come on over here, D. Take a good look at this truck here before we get into all the features. Look how nice this cover looks on here. This is a RetraxOne XR. The XR stands for a T-slot. And I like this a whole lot. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it. I'm sure it'll lock before I get back in there. Now, if you notice real closely, let's see if you can see it here. This T-slot comes out a little further here, nice and wide here. I think that looks great, but it actually serves a big purpose. Some of the other covers were having a problem with how this rail kind of curves in, and they're trying to kiss it up, and there's gaps and water leakage. So Retrax, in their wisdom, made a very wide rail to solve that problem. So a really good feature. I'm glad they did it. It looks good, but it has a function in it. So let's go and show you everything else. All right, so now what's nice about the Retrax, all the Retrax models, is you can lock it anywhere along the track. So when you take it, you can, if you stop it here, you can lock it. So let's say you got a tall item up, you can put the cover up to the item there. And again, as a manual, that's the only one that does that, unless it's electric. Electric's now, I'm going to open all the way up. Now, this is a Toyota with the 6-foot bed, which, by the way, I think you should get. Having that extra length makes a big difference. If you look underneath the canister there, you notice there's plenty of room underneath the canister here. Also, if you look inside the bed here, the cover is actually attached to the cargo management rails, and I like that. It really secures it a lot better. You can, if you're going off-roading with your Toyota, which, by the way, Toyotas are great for off-roading, this really secures that cover better than a standard setup. So I like that a whole lot. Now, again, what's nice about the Retrax, it's got probably one of the best warranties out there. It's got a lifetime warranty. Now, it's prorated, so there's a little black, sorry, not black, it's a little fine print on there that you have to read. So, now, it also has a 300-pound weight capacity, which is pretty good. So, now on the rails itself, you can actually put a lot more weight because it's sitting on the bed caps. But the cover itself, you got 300 pounds. So a great setup. Now this one is probably, when it comes to water, now if you know my previous videos, I'm always saying these are not submarines. And then they're not a waterproof setup, but it is a great water resistant setup, and I'll show you why. First of all, if you look here, it's got a really nice seal along here, and this cover actually sits on top of the bed cap here, so it's going to seal up really good here. Also, remember that I told you about that wide rail? Well, guess what that wide rail does? It makes it harder for the water to get in as well. Also, this is the only canister cover that seals the canister when the cover is closed. Now, generally most canisters are designed to let water in and back out again. This one will seal it up really good, so you're not gonna have, if too much water gets in, it won't overflow the system. So between those three things, between the rails, the tailgate, and the front here, it's gonna do better at water probably than most, if not all, the other canister covers. So this one, again, one of the best warranties. It's really well made for this Toyota Tacoma, and it just looks good. Now, if you like this and you say, you know what, Chris, I want that cover, how do I get it? Glad you asked. Well, you can come here, let us install it for you. We put a 1-year labor agreement on all our installations. Now, if you don't live here in Florida, we can ship anywhere in the United States. So if you live in California, Texas, Hawaii, anywhere, we got you covered. We're even going outside the continental USA. We do Alaska, we've done Brazil, Jamaica, and Puerto Rico. So we got a few other places outside continental USA we can ship to. Now, if you buy it from us, if you have questions on the installation, we can walk you through it. But you got to buy it from us. Just remember that I get calls all day long. I bought it from somewhere else, and they're having problems. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't have time to help other companies' customers. I can only help my customers. So keep that in mind. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories, and this was a good review of the RetraxOne XR on the Toyota Tacoma new body style, 6-foot bed. Go ahead, D, swing around one more time so everyone can get a really good look at this cover. I think, again, it's very sharp. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with all the great products. And by the way, if you get the T-slot, all this stuff on my truck here, let's go ahead and get the camera, come this way. The racks, all these things you can put onto this setup once you get a T-slot. Great, great setup. Thank you again for watching our video.